Right, what are you up to today, Matt?
Okay.
Specifically this morning.
Specifically this morning, we have got Kim Barfoot-Brace in.
Barfoot.
Barfoot, but I'll start again.
Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
So obviously today we've got Kim Barfoot-Brace in, who's coming to optimise things around their long endurance events. Specifically, she's aiming for the National 12 Hour. We've got like National 50, National 100, but doing like these long endurance events, then the goal today is to get more comfortable on the bike ultimately, because we've always got a trade-off between like aero and power. Like, obviously if you're going to be on this bike for like a 12-hour day, then yes, you want to be aerodynamic, but you also need the comfort of the bike. So Kim's been with us for a long time now. You know, some of the results she's had are like outstanding. One of the big goals for her would be to try and break like the national women's 12-hour record. So we're just going to try and optimise things like a little bit. She's had a few things that she's struggled with just recently, like a bit of an impingement around the hip. I think that's going to come down to being a bit more stretched out on the bike. So we might end up either lifting the front end of the bike or reducing that reach a little bit. I generally find that it'll probably be the lift that will help her quite a bit. And then we'll just process it and see where we go, really. So onwards.
What are you seeing initially, Matt?
So as we can see at the minute, like I think Kim's position's just changed quite a bit. We're seeing a lot of pressure like on like the saddle. It's almost like Kim now wants to push back, and that's how she can generate the power, but she can also feels like she can drop into like the position. So what we're going to try and do is lift this angle of the pole, then it'll push her back into like the saddle. Then I want to relieve some of the pressure here, but ideally we'll probably end up lifting the stack, so we can open up the hip a little bit more, and then just alter this saddle like a little bit, just to relieve like the pressure. So
Cool.
We'll see what happens.
How does it feel so far?
So it's interesting because it's like subtle little things, but actually it feels like it's making quite a significant difference. Like I've been shuffling back a lot, and with that slightly different position, with my arms raised more, I felt more secure, but I could also feel my left hip open up on that side as well, which will hopefully mean a bit more comfortable around the hip area.
Nice.
I mean, it's a good thing, you know, like, but it just proves like how much your body changes, you know, like over like time, and that's where a lot of people go wrong. They have one bite for it and then they just leave it. But you've always got to readdress it, really, because, you know, like your performance changes, your body changes, you get injured. So, yeah, that's why we're here, trying to make more gains.
I've been trying to bend the rules since I barely was walking. I've been trying harder all my life, cause I need to be perfect. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out all your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. I just give 200% every day cause I own it. I'm fighting all of my life, I'm bad and I know it. If I could just be a little better, maybe you could be my salvation out of here. I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out all your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Cause as long as you are here with me, I'll be living, loving, wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. Summer days, they will
What are you doing so far, Matt?
So we've added 10 mil of stack height, and this has gone up by 2.5 degrees. So what that's enabling Kim to do now is it'll brace her. Obviously the height's going to open up her hip a little bit more, but because we've got like that reach, then she can push back into the saddle a lot. You know, like for some people, what they generally do is they'll, you know, like they have like these extreme angles, but then they can't see down the road. But Kim's able to get into a position where she can still like rotate her head and see. And that's what we're always trying to achieve with positions. You just want a stable aero position, and it just gets a loss for a lot of people. You know, they do these runs in the winter or track testing or, you know, any form of aero testing, but it's just over a small window. But if you're going in long endurance, whether that's triathlon or 12 hours, then stable aero is what we want.
How does that feel?
I felt a lot more stable. I felt like I wasn't shuffling around as much, and I felt more open on my hips as well. So yeah, I think it's good.
How was that?
Yeah, really good. I'm looking forward to getting out on the road. I'm racing on Saturday in a 50-mile time trial, so yeah, I feel more comfortable and secure. And yeah, I've got a few things to get the physio to have a look at, but yeah, looking forward to it. Feeling.
What are the main changes that you felt worked?
Yeah, I feel so my hips more open, more stable, wriggling around less, and yeah, more comfortable. And I went down at the front as well, so yeah, we'll see.
Sweet.
Another job done. Yeah, no, it's always good, isn't it? You know, like you could see it. Like basically, we shaved 500 millibars off like the pressure of like the saddle. Basically, what Kim was doing was she wanted to push back, but she wasn't able to with the position that we had. But now she's just in a position that she's stable, like on like the saddle. It's the biggest thing that we always see, like with pressure mapping, a lot of the time. You know, like there's not many people who've got this kind of equipment. That sometimes you'd be like squiffed on the bike, or you can, you know, like there's a lot of pressure in like a certain area. But it's always, I've always found that it can be like subtle changes that make such a difference. It's not always related to like saddle height a lot of the time. It's how you know, your body like rotates into the bike. So another one done. Like Kim can go and smash it now in the National 12-Hour Champs. So we look forward to seeing it.